Okay, Sony and Polyphony have been lying to us since they came into existence. Ace Combat, Sony touted VR on that game nonstop. They didn't even talk about Ace Combat, anything else. It was nothing but VR, 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 VR. VR compatible. You're going to be able to play in VR. It's going to be the most amazing game that Sony has ever produced. It's going to be just mind blowing. And then a itty bitty tiny, tiny, tiny little piece of the game was VR. Do not buy a VR headset for Gran Turismo, guys, until it's out for a while. Let's see what kind of content they're going to have. This is what I suspect is going to happen. Just like Dirt Rally. When Dirt Rally came out, it wasn't VR compatible. And then one day I turn on my Dirt Rally game to play and my menus have changed. Down here in the middle is a PlayStation VR commercial. And again, a tiny, 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 tiny little bit of the game. No support, no content, fucking nothing. I suspect one day after this update on launch date for the VR2 for Sony, what's going to happen is you're going to start Gran Turismo, and over here is going to be a new little shack. It's going to be have a tiny, 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 tiny little bit of fucking gameplay for Gran Turismo with VR2, promising you all this extra content that's going to be coming. Before Gran Turismo came out, when I thought for sure they were going to lie to us and delay it again for another year. They didn't have to. You know why? Because they didn't have to produce many games because they were selling so few PlayStations because they didn't have any. That kind of gave them a break on this VR2. You know, they were talking Gran Turismo in VR then, but that was it. They mentioned it one time and then it was gone. So at first, they made it sound like Gran Turismo for PlayStation 5. Gran Turismo 7 for PlayStation 5. Not a PlayStation 4 and 5 game. It was going to be all VR. And then they backed up that, too. They quit saying that. So I don't know. I don't trust them. They fucking lie and lie. They just, Polyphony does shit their way. That's one of the sketchiest companies as far as getting the facts out of. Not believing shit. I would wait. I would not pick up a set on launch day. I would wait and see what the reviews are for Gran Turismo Online because those people are going to be given headsets and tell you, oh, it's the most amazing thing in the world. You got to have one. But then at least you'll find out that, well, it's only this little section over here and probably more will be coming. Probably, maybe. More should be coming. Okay? They're going to fuck you. And it will be the next Gran Turismo that will be VR. Just stuff that they've worked on and played with because that's what they talked about. But there was a perspective problem. And that they were working on that perspective problem. That some would be too big, some would be too small. And that once they got that figured out, you'd be okay. So I would wait. They've just talked out of each side of their mouth about it. And I don't trust them. I don't fucking trust them. Okay? So don't blow your money on a VR2 because you're going to be able to have a cockpit view with Gran Turismo. Yes, you may on this track, in this car. VR will work with more coming. Okay? So supposedly we were going to get a Gran Turismo 7 that was for PlayStation 5. They lied. Every time they're going to produce the game, oh, it's delayed for a year. Oh, it's delayed for another year. Well, here's a game called Prologue that you can fuck around with so that you don't move to Forza, which we're going to take all your money, all your cars, and not give you shit, and then charge you for the same fucking game with just a few more tracks. Don't trust them. Don't buy a VR. I plan on getting one if it's going to be all the content. But if it's going to be this tiny little slice of fucking nothing, and then here's 30 launch games you're not interested in. No, I'm not going to buy one.